Seriously, Mom? This place is amazing.
Don't blame me, this is Dad's idea.
There is that line. Figure out. Listen. Okay, we're gonna. There he is. Okay, listen. It's not nice helmet, by the way. It's not about how hard you hit this thing. Actually, I would hit this thing as hard as you can. Give it all you got. Okay. Okay. Right in front. Not gonna ruin my vacation.
There has to be a better way of mountain living. I'm telling you.
Take me with you.
I knew there had to be a better way to take in the majesty of the Rocky Mountains. Cold, dark, bat-infested cabins are not my idea of fun. I love my family, but I had to leave them behind while I embark on an epic journey in search of the perfect mountain experience. I'll go back for them later. Really, I will. This is Kananaskis, nestled in the foothills of the Rockies and less than 1 hour west of Calgary. It is home to some of the most spectacular views in the world. I arrived at the Pomeroy Kananaskis Mountain Lodge to find out what a true mountain experience could be like. With their $36 million in renovations, complete with a full Nordic spa, 3 restaurants, deluxe upgraded suites, and loads of fun activities, this was going to be an exceptional experience. To get the lowdown, I started with owner Ryan Pomeroy. Okay, we have a treat for you. I am here with Ryan Pomeroy, El Presidente and mastermind behind the gorgeous revitalization of the Delta Lodge here at Kananaskis. First, tell us a bit about the renovations. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration and motivation behind the revitalization.
There was 2 main concepts we used. So the one was we used the phrase modern mountain. So we wanted everything to feel current, so that it spoke to, younger population, current design trends. It felt like something that would be built today. But we are very much in the Rocky Mountains, and we wanted people to still have a mountain experience and have a lodge-like feel to it. So that was sort of the first overriding premise. And the second was bring the outdoors in. When we first toured the property, the lobby was a 1-story lobby. Many of the windows along this hallway were covered with retail spaces or offices, and it was just always sort of dark in here. So we just wanted to brighten it up. I thought if you're in the mountains, when you walk in the lobby, you ought to be able to see one. And so we removed four rooms here off the 2nd floor to create this 2-story lobby and just to create this open, airy feel. And a lot of people have a connection to this place, and what we wanted to do is bring our own culture into it, and our own networks and of guests and suppliers and whatnot, but also sort of re-inspire people to build a new connection. I had a cousin of mine that did a custom railing that's in the lobby lounge that is, I think, one of the most fantastic design features of the whole place.
Literally all by hand.
Yeah, they designed, every panel's been designed by hand, was hand drawn and all custom welded and bent. It's a really good example how you can use, someone like PCL for a big element, and they removed the rooms on the 2nd floor and find a really, really niche small contractor to do something else, and the way that's all married is something we're really proud of.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm going to reach all the way over here,
You
and
bet.
we're going to thank you so much.
Thank you.
I took some time to explore what the hotel had to offer, from relaxing spots for reading and playing games to the comfort of my own suite. Then I was ready to delve further. I met up with VP of Spa and Development, Jennifer Buckler, to learn all about the Nordic Spa experience.
With the Nordic Spa, it's really the tradition of going from hot to medium to cold pools to really get the blood flowing from the heart to the extremities and then back to the heart. So this is our hot pool. So this is where you actually really want to start your experience. So you want to get the blood really moving from the heart to the extremities.
What's the average temperature?
About 103. So this is where you actually end a cycle. So you go from hot to medium to cold,
All right.
and this is actually the pool that you'd want to end that cycle on. So you're going to actually walk in one side and walk out the other.
Super excited about everything that you guys have going on here. It's gorgeous. But we're sitting in the dry spa. Can you tell me what a dry spa is?
Absolutely. So the dry spa is a high temperature room with really low humidity heat. So you can actually sit in here for a longer duration and let the heat penetrate the muscles. It helps to relax the mind. And it's really great for people who have arthritis. So it really helps to ease joint pain as well.
What does wellness mean for you guys?
Well, being the first Nordic spa in Alberta, we're really excited to introduce the Scandinavian lifestyle of taking in the waters and actually taking a hydrotherapy cycle. Rather than escaping for a day or a weekend, we want you to embrace your life, and we want this to be part of your lifestyle, whether you do it weekly, monthly, quarterly. This is something that you do to help restore your mind and your body and your spirit, and really just take time to disconnect, to reconnect, and whether it be with the people you came with or the people you meet while you're here.
I think I got a little bit of a girl crush. You are amazing. I mean, and if this is the kind of what's coming down through, I can pretty much guarantee anybody that comes out here is going to feel like they've made a friend. Thank you, Jen.
My
That's
pleasure.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thoroughly relaxed, I was ready for a sweet treat. I sat down with General Manager Stephen Dodwell for his first fireside s'more. I think it's definitely time for some more fun.
More
Some
fun?
more fun?
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, Stephen, you are awesome. So, you wanted to learn how to make a s'more.
Yeah, this is a Canadian teaching a Brit guy now how to make them.
Alrighty, so.
I know I put this on here.
We're going to put, that's, good job, it's a good start.
You're a good teacher.
I'm telling you, we're gonna put this right on here.
Can I stick it in the fire?
You can stick it in the fire. Not too close,
Okay.
just enough that it gets
How'd you
gold.
like your s'mores?
I like mine golden.
Do you? I heard that.
I like them golden, because when they're charcoaled, it's like eating a briquette, I think.
Is it? I haven't
Yeah.
eaten too many of those. Okay, I think I'm heading
Oh,
up.
you are. Your end's going good.
Is it essential to drink wine with s'mores? Oh, look, I'm on fire. Okay,
Pull it off.
do I pull it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
And throw it on with your chocolate.
You see, when I'm up and down running the mountains twice a day, I don't actually get time to do this very often.
I'm good to go.
And you know what? We do this for the families checking in every Friday and Saturday evening, and we're going to create a little sense of community once we've got our patios going, that every single night we'll have a big fire pit out on our new patios. You'll be able to come around, listen to music, talk with people if you wish, or just sitting quietly and enjoy your s'more with your s'mores martini.
With my s'mores martini.
Mhm.
Well, I'll take a s'mores martini. So, cheers, have a bite. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you,
It's been amazing.
Lovely.
As I took in the tastes, sights, and sounds of the great outdoors, I wondered what it would be like to live in the mountains.
Welcome to Cairns-on-the-Bow, to this nearly 9,000 square foot stunning mountain home. Some pretty amazing features in here. Let's go inside and have a look. As you can see, the structural timber frame runs throughout the home. It really makes the home warm and beautiful, and actually is the structure of the home. And these are hand-hewn fir with a stain on them. Another great feature of this home is the Gullhofer windows. They're actually tilt and turn windows. So they can open completely. There's a retractable screen, and then they can tilt. Let's go have a look at the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Truly a chef's dream. Wonderful for the family as there's two large granite islands. You've got 3 Sub-Zero fridges in the back, and you can see one of them's holding wine. As well, there's some walnut cabinetry and a custom-made hood fan. Really, really warm space that family and friends will look forward to coming to. Master bedroom's only about 30 feet away, so let's go have a look. As you can see, the texture and the details of the home flow right through into the master bedroom. As well as being very open, there's a complete sense of privacy in this bedroom as we're perched about 20 feet above the ground. Beautiful windows and a forest view out to your left, and a lovely 3-sided gas fireplace. In the walkout level, we're just about 2,700 square feet. There's a giant family room with a gas fireplace. There's also a wine cellar, a theater area, and an awesome pool room with swim gym, hot tub, and steam room. This concludes our tour, but before we go, I wanted to show you my favorite feature of the house, this 25-foot high stone fireplace. Best thing about it is the super efficient wood burner. There's nothing better than sitting around it with friends and family after a day of skiing. Thank you so much for touring this beautiful mountain home with us in the Rocky Mountains. We'll see you in Canmore.
As I headed toward dinner at one of the hotel's world-class restaurants, something else caught my attention. The bar.
So, I need a drink. What's the house special? What do you love?
Today we got the Last Laugh. It's kind
Last
of
Laugh?
a little substitute on the Manhattan. There we are.
The Last Laugh. Awesome.
Give it a try, let
Can
me know what
do,
you think.
Can do. Oh, that's nice. That is really nice.
It
I
tastes
can-
kind of like the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chocolate, the smokiness to
Oh.
it, all kind of balances out.
It's amazing. So, Bodine, did you come up with this? Like, what are your inspirations behind what you do?
I kind of look at what's on the back bar and kind of look at what we haven't used in a while, and then I try and mix and match kind of things to create some type of spin on the classics like Manhattans and old fashions and things like that.
So, what is a simpler option? Like, you just want to come in and you're just gonna.
The one beer that we have that's kind of local to the hotel is our Ghost Town Ale, and it's brewed by the Grizzly Pond Canmore. We kind of just like joined together as a team, and we said this is the beer we want to look for, and I would say it's a Pilsner with a bit of a pale ale, so it just has a bit of a bite to it. So it doesn't taste as just like your classic lager, but it's a nice, easy drinking beer for the summer.
You know what though? I'm a bit of a lightweight, and I think I need to eat something before I have my next drink.
And with that, I was off in search of great food. With so many choices from ready-made, casual, and fine dining, I needed some help in choosing what I was going to eat. Luckily, executive chef Eric Beaupre agreed to give me some guidance. But first, the taste of cocktails reminded me of a great play at Vertigo Theater called The Lonely Diner.
All right, super excited here at Vertigo Theater. Today's all about games, having some fun, and who better to go to than Miss Kelly here at the Vertigo Theater. So tell us, I hear that we are doing The Lonely Diner. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, The Lonely Diner is a play written by Beverly Cooper, who's an Ontario playwright. So our story takes place in Southern Ontario. It's 1928. It's Prohibition era in the United States, but in Southern Ontario, they've been wet for about a year. And this couple that owns this diner, having had a hard time with their farm, they've turned their space into a public space, and they've turned their barn into a conduit for illegal booze being shipped south. The actors have got it to a place now where there's a beautiful balance between the menace and the danger of the story. There's some sexiness, there's some laughs. It's a really nice journey.
So what would you, if you could put your 2 cents out there to encourage other females who are coming up right behind you? Like, we've got the 38-year-olds, they've got 40 on the horizon.
Yeah.
What would be your word of wisdom for them?
I would say this is the time to trust yourself. If you've been paying attention for the first 20 years, the next 20 only get better. If you can trust what you know.
Totally agree, totally agree. All right, so Kelly, I'm looking forward to watching this with all my girlfriends. How long is it running, or what's the timeline, and where can I go to get a ticket?
We run March 10th to April 8th, and if you just go to vertigotheater.com, all the information you need is there.
Awesome, thank you.
We're not going to have him as a return customer if we treat him like that.
All right, so Chef Beaupre, I am starving. It's been an awesome day, but I was told to come visit you. So what are we making?
Today I'm gonna do some braised short ribs. We get some nice freshness regula that we use from supplier.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Just a couple of vegetables, very simple, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
After that, just the freshness of the lemon is on top. finish the plates. And you know, we get my awesome short ribs.
Yeah, my mouth has been watering the entire time. What is it that inspires you? Like, where do you come up with these amazing?
What inspires me, I love what I do. You know, every day I come to work, it's challenging myself. All the show that we see every day, we get so challenged from the guests, and that's make my job very exciting. You know.
This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is like almost too pretty to eat.
After a full day of relaxation, food, and drinks, I drifted off to sleep thinking again about how nice it would be to live in the mountains.
Hi, I'm Ray Anthony with Remax Alpine Realty in beautiful Canmore, Alberta. Welcome to 218 Casali Place in the spectacular Three Sisters Mountain Village. The first thing you notice when you approach this house is the big wide timber stairway leading up to the front door, and the way the house sits very nicely in its forest environment. The house is approximately 3,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, on 3 levels. When you enter the home, you come into a large entryway, which is 2 stories flooded with light. One of the features I like about this house is the way it draws you into the backyard. It has a hot tub. After a long day of skiing, dunking in the hot tub, start the barbecue, gather with the family, and have a nice meal. What I like about this house is the great room. High vaulted ceilings, lots of windows flooded with light, big wood burning fireplace, open kitchen with large island where people can gather and talk to the cook. The master bedroom den is a great place to nestle down with a good book or watch a movie. The master bedroom is a modest bedroom with lots of closets, but one of the features I love about it, it has double French doors that go out onto the back deck and has great views of the Three Sisters mountain range. The lower level of the house is the family room, but it also acts as a dual-purpose room. It can be locked off as a private suite with its own private entrance. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a full kitchen, and a gas fireplace. Thanks very much for joining us at 218 Casali Place in Three Sisters Mountain Village. If you have any more questions or need any additional information, you can reach me at www.mlscanmore.com.
Dreams of mountain life inspired me to find out what living here would be like. I headed to Canmore to investigate.
What's there to do here?
To do in Canmore? What isn't there to do? You know, we've got 4 seasons, but a lot of the seasons overlap. So, you know, there's things for Olympic athletes, adventure, and then there's things like retail therapy for, you know, all of us other people, right? So whether your thing is to grab a fresh made sandwich, fresh baked bread, some soup, and a bottle of wine and go on a leisurely stroll and have that, or if you want to climb to the top of one of the Three Sisters, there's something for everything here.
There's so much to do.
Well, the nice thing about Canmore is they're always finding new things. There's cave tours that we have here, and they expect that the caves are going to end up in Banff, and they're just exploring them kind of almost as we speak. You can go down when it's -30 outside and it's warm inside the caves. You can go down up to 80 feet below Canmore, and you can rappel into them, and they have a kind of a 2-hour ride, or they have like a 6-hour exploration, and it's truly magnificent to get underneath the earth. You know, Canmore is kind of the local backyard. It's an authentic experience. It's kind of what we do here. Rather than, we have more things to do for people from Calgary, from Edmonton, from Western Canada, and you can really get into your own backyard. And as I was saying before, you know, there's everything from retail therapy to summiting some of the highest mountains in the Rockies. So it's a beautiful spot to be in.
I come up, I'm staying here, now I want to move here.
Absolutely.
Tell me, what kind of jobs, like what's an opportunity for a person to come to Canmore?
One of the major opportunities in Canmore is, of course, tourism. And when a lot of people think about tourism, they think hotels. But you have to think, what services hotels? You know, whether you're a plumber, a lawyer, electrician, or somebody in a restaurant, or anybody, everything is kind of centered around the hotels and what forms the hotels and what makes the people work. So depending on what you can do, there's really nothing that you can't do in Canmore by ways of employment.
All right. Otherwise, just come see Andrew.
Absolutely.
You'll hook me up.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Canmore.
Inspired by Andrew, my interest in getting a second home in the mountains hit its peak. It was time to talk to my financial expert, Jeremy Nagel, APHIS home inspector, Alan Fisher, and my friends at Canyon Plumbing and Heating. Hey Jeremy, I'm having an amazing time here in the mountains on my impromptu vacation, but quick question for you. If I wanted to get a second home in the mountains, what are some of the things I need to do?
Hey Kim, great question, and I'm glad you asked. Purchasing a second home and or vacation property is certainly possible depending on one's financial capacity. Remember, when buying a second home and or vacation property, it must be owner occupied or occupied by an immediate family member. Collecting rents are not allowed. Using rents for qualification, not allowed. Question I do have for you, however, is where would that down payment be coming from for the second purchase? Would it be coming from an existing residence, be it owner occupied or another property in your rental portfolio, or is it coming from savings, investments, that sort of thing? Certainly possible. Make sure you speak with your mortgage broker. They'd be happy to help you. And remember, as Benjamin Franklin once said, failing to plan is planning to fail. For more information, look us up online, canamortgagedirect.com, or give us a call.
We're in the mountains today and it's a beautiful day for inspecting. If you're looking at rural or mountain properties, you'll often be dealing with private wells and septic systems. We take it for granted in the city that the water is going to be there when we turn the tap on every time. But these responsibilities become yours in this setting. So if you're looking at a property in the mountains with these systems, ensure you're protected and put these specialized inspections in your conditions. Well and septic system repairs can cost in the tens of thousands of dollars. Ensure you're protected and you put these specialized inspections in your offer to purchase. If you have any questions on this or any other topics, you can contact our members through the aphis.ca website.
It's been known that Calgary's water is very clean and pristine, but over the years we've found that Calgary has very hard water. Welcome to Canyon Plumbing. My name is Jason Chupik and we are here to talk about water softeners. So today I have brought in Daryl from Water Boss to tell us more about water softeners. Why is a water softener so good for your appliances?
When water evaporates, it leaves behind the mineral deposits, and that's what gets onto your dishes. It gets onto your clothes, it gets on your shower stalls, in your bathtub. That's what the mineral deposits are, and that's eliminated when you remove those magnesium and calcium. As an example, so you can see what hard water is, that's actually a shower head that's been used for less than 3 months in Calgary.
I feel that the water softener has to have a lot of benefits on your skin.
It does, and with your hair as well, because when we mentioned before about the detergents that wash clear off your water using appliances, they do the same off your body. You have shinier hair. You don't get that itchy feeling. Just like your dishes, when you've showered in it, there's a certain amount of soap residue that stays on your body, and that's why you get the drying out, that's why you get the itching.
So there's a lot of benefits and efficiencies to these water softeners, not only for the homeowners, but also the machines are very efficient as well.
If you have water softener, it will maintain the length of your water using appliances, their longevity, and it'll also maintain their efficiencies, which is really the reason you bought them for in the first place.
How does the softener actually work?
How a softener works is this: the incoming water comes in and it goes in through a tank, and inside that tank are resin beads that are negatively charged. As the water goes through it, the magnesium, calcium, those bits of rocks we talked about, stick to those resin beads. Voila, out comes soft water. It's really that simple.
Well, thank you very much, Daryl, for all your insights on water softeners, and really looking forward to showing you guys what's going to be happening up in the next couple weeks.
I think it was a pleasure to be here.
Jeremy, Alan, and Jason raised some great questions and gave me lots to think about. Maybe permanent living in the mountains wasn't for me. I checked in with some legal advice with Jeff Kahane.
Hi, my name is Jeff Kahane and I'm from Kahane Law Office. I'm here to talk to you today about mountain living. A lot of people want to get away up into the mountains. They maybe can't afford or don't need a house for all the time, so they look at other options that let them buy and not have to deal with full-time ownership. One, people will look at rental pools. In a rental pool, then you're buying into a property, fractional or all of it, and you're going to pitch in with everybody where people are renting your property and expenses and income is all shared between a number of people. Next, fractional ownership. you buy just a piece of a property, whether it's a house or a condo, you buy 1/4, 1/20th, 1/10. The percentage doesn't matter, but you own just a specific part of that property as do other people. Last, we'll look at timeshare. In a timeshare, you're buying in, and you're usually buying points, and you trade those in for a week or weeks or a month of the year. Now, there's lots of rules associated with timeshares, so make sure that you understand the nature of what it is you're buying into so you don't get yourself into trouble and you're not spending money on something that you're not going to use.
All these thoughts of moving were starting to impede my vacation. It was time for an adventure, so I met up with Claude at the Kananaskis Outfitters to see what kind of trouble we could get into. At the end of the day, I was fat tire biked out. Although it was time to say goodbye to the Kananaskis Lodge, I wasn't ready to let go of the mountains quite yet. The good news was that this week's anecdote was all about mountain decor. Maybe I could bring the mountains home with me.
Welcome to this magnificent mountain cabin home right here in the heart of Calgary. This is a wonderful example of what is called a timber frame home. Posts and beams that create the structure are one of the main features of the interior, and because they are so predominant in the space, you'll often see them punctuated by strategic uplighting and grounded down below by lots of color, texture, large-scale accents, and natural elements. Let me show you some of the show-stopping characteristics of this home. This is the main stairwell of the home. It features a large, custom-carved totem pole from Vancouver-based Salish carver George Hamion. I love this grand open living room. The gorgeous stone fireplace and massive arched window really make you feel like you're nestled inside of a mountain retreat. Take a look at the furniture. This coffee table, along with this console behind the sofa, were actually made from wood reclaimed from old Canadian Pacific rail cars. This kitchen is so warm and cozy. I love the raised hammered copper breakfast bar and the large stone hearth around the hob. Notice that there are also copper elements in the backsplash, and it ties in with other elements of the home. The wine cellar features doors salvaged from an 1880s Welsh chapel. I love how authentic this looks and feels, and can imagine some fantastic wine tastings taking place here. I'd like to thank the homeowners and my dear friend Kevin Gray, one of Canada's top timber home and cabin interior designers. If you have any questions about designing a timber frame home, contact me at info@anainteriors.com. Thanks, and see you next time.
After a great mountain experience, I was glad to be home.
You left me!
Yeah.
That was a great vacation. Now, think of a pool table.
Homes and Lifestyles Canada is an independent production made possible with the support of Kahane Law, A&A Interiors, Canada Mortgage Direct, APHIS, Canyon Plumbing and Heating, and EXP Realty. Wardrobe provided by Nagel. Hair and makeup by Swizzle Stick Salon Spa. Special thanks to Pomeroy Kananaskis Mountain Lodge, Kananaskis Nordic Spa, Alpine Helicopters, and Kananaskis Outfitters. Be sure to visit us at homesandlifestyles.ca for behind the scenes and great giveaways.